Hi girls, this is Kathleen Hassan, and today's video is all about whether or not you should say something to a friend of yours. I got an email from a girl named Olivia, and she wrote, "Dear Kathleen, in 7th grade you spoke at a conference that I went to, and now I'm a freshman, and I'm in need of some advice. A close friend of mine has been changing a lot, wearing loads of makeup and trying too hard to be noticed by all the boys. She's been getting sort of a lousy reputation, and I don't think she really understands it. As a close friend, I feel as though I should talk to her, but she could handle what I have to say in either a good or a bad way. What do you believe would be the best option for me?" Olivia, this is a very common situation and a tough one that doesn't have just a straight answer. So first of all, the first thing you have to do is check your motives. If you're telling her out of love and concern for her as a friend, then that's a good reason to tell somebody. But let me just warn you, unsolicited advice or criticism is never welcome or appreciated. Ever. And believe me, I've gotten burned more times with giving someone advice that they didn't ask for. So I would walk very carefully through this and really start out by checking your motives. Why do you need to tell her this? Are people talking behind her back? You know, another issue that a lot of girls go for is they know the boy is cheating on the girl, and should they tell the girl? Sometimes girls want to tell the girl just to one-up her. And if that's your motive, there's nothing worse, because that power is short-lived and you will never feel good about yourself if that's your motive for doing it. So first of all, check your motives. Second of all, maybe ask her, are you open to some advice about this? So this girl is wearing too much makeup and trying to get all the wrong attention. Sometimes someone who's trying too hard is really crying out for help. So be a good friend to her. Maybe don't say anything, but just be with her and be available if she needs to talk. As far as the makeup goes, you might ask her, are you open to some suggestions? If she says yes, then say, you know, I've noticed you're wearing a lot of makeup lately, and what's that all about? Or another idea would be to maybe go to Sephora together or the MAC counter at Macy's and have someone who knows and understands makeup show you how to put on makeup. I tell you, when some girls begin to put on makeup, those lines look like they want to looking like Cleopatra. And another thing, you know, with all this reality TV and the Kardashians and Snooki and magazines and online, and we see all this all the time, you know, the smoky eye, and we think it's, ooh, gotta have a smoky eye. You know, just because you can doesn't necessarily mean you should. Middle school is not necessarily the place for a smoky eye. You know, you're there to learn and not to look like you're going to the club. I interviewed my makeup artist, and here's what she had to say. There is a time and a place for the drama of a smoky eye. If you keep it natural on a daily basis, the glamorous impact of a more sultry eye makes a much bigger statement. Thank you, Jessica. That's kind of off the topic of should you tell your friend. But it's important for girls because a lot of girls get that whole makeup thing wrong. And then if she's open for advice, here's a good rule for offering constructive criticism, and it's called the sandwich approach. You begin with a compliment, then you give your room for improvement, and then end with a compliment. So if you notice that your friend is wearing a lot of makeup lately, for example, you're a beautiful girl, you've got gorgeous eyes, you've got a beautiful smile, but I don't think you need all that makeup. And then end with, always remember that I'm your friend and I've got your best interests at heart, and I would never say anything to hurt you, and I hope I haven't overstepped my bounds. So you can use this as far as makeup, as far as clothes, as far as friends. Maybe you heard a rumor. But I remember in high school, a girl pulled me aside. She says, there's a rumor going around that you're a slut. I laughed it off and pretended it didn't hurt. And honestly, I'm 57 years old and I still remember it. It was unsolicited advice, and it hurt me and it devastated me to think everybody was talking about me. My dad died when I was 10, my mother died when I was 16, and admittedly, I was looking for love in all the wrong places. But my intentions were good, I just wanted to be loved. And I went about it in the wrong way, and that's what girls do sometimes. They try too hard. So be a good friend, and if somebody's looking for love, be the love for that person. Sometimes love shows up as just a good listener, or just being a good friend. So I hope this has helped you today. Leave your comments below this and tell me what your challenges are going through, or maybe what you're having trouble telling a friend. Or would you appreciate your friend telling you if there was a rumor going around about you, or if she was concerned? I'd love to hear your feedback, and I'd love to stay connected and keep the dialogue going. So until next time, this is Kathleen Hassan. Bye-bye.